This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Inglewood, Colorado. We are here at Access Marketing Company. I am here with one of the managing partners, Brandon. Basically, since 2006, you guys have been a full-service marketing company, providing solutions for companies out there throughout Denver. Let me ask you, first of all, Brandon, what got you involved in this type of industry?
Well, it's interesting. My founding partner at the company had a consultancy that had grown beyond her means. And at the time, I had the opportunity to join the company, and we did. We created an agency around that consultancy, and it has just flourished from there.
All companies out there know anymore they need marketing, they need a sales team, but quite honestly, it's aligning that marketing with their sales team is something that you guys provide. Why is that so important?
We pride ourselves on being a funnel-based marketing company, so everything we do in marketing serves the function of sales, and that's important for any business because you're investing in your marketing to drive more business.
The reason why there are some missteps between those two, is this because of lack of strategies people have?
It is a little bit of that. It's also, we call it the muddy middle. Marketing generally knows that they own everything upstream and lead generation and branding and things you tend to hear about. And sales generally takes ownership of closing sales, and they're very clear on that. But it's that muddy middle of where's the transition? When do customers go from marketing into a sales process? And how do you do that smoothly? So yeah, methods and processes definitely have a lot to do with it.
Interesting. And so not only are you basically making sure they don't get lost in that funnel, but basically you're making sure that they find the funnel in the first place. And let me ask you, what is demand generation? Explain that for us.
Okay. Traditionally, you've probably heard of lead generation or people going out and trying to find leads. Well, it's much more effective in today's marketplace to create demand for what you do and have people who are actively looking for a solution to a problem find you for that solution. So we really focus on informing the marketplace about what our client companies do, what their value propositions are, what their differentiators are. The marketplace creates its own demand for the solutions that our clients provide.
So more than just trying to figure out what people are searching for, you become what they're looking for.
Absolutely. It's important to align what you're doing with your client base and also let them know about it so that they can come to you.
It sounds like to me quite a customized approach that you really have to take with each client out there, because obviously every business is different and therefore the solution's got to be different as well.
Absolutely. One of the things we really focus on is a client's audience, and that obviously varies from company to company to company. So that's one thing that is important, and one thing that makes a customized solution for every client is their audiences are different. They're looking for different things.
Once you finally have received some hits on the site there, people are finding them. From there it becomes what? Engagement, basically educating folks, inspire them to take action.
Absolutely. And you brought up leads that are coming in through a website. That's something that we definitely do very well. We've been in digital marketing for a long time, but we mix that with a variety of other tactics as well. So yes, there is the initial contact, and then there's everything you do between that initial contact all the way down through to where a salesperson closes new business for you.
Basically the sales team to be able to nurture their leads, basically once they do get them.
Absolutely. Lead nurturing is, again, it's a term we use all the time. That's a lot of what happens in that muddy middle that I talked about is once you get a lead, that's a lot of people consider a lead someone's contact information, but you really haven't reached out and touched them in any significant way through your marketing. So it's engaging them, as you mentioned, and then, yes, nurturing through their buying process until they become sales ready, and that's when usually the salespeople do their thing.
So basically with sales ready, we're talking about prospects who are doing most of their research online. I mean, quite honestly, 60-70%, they've already know before they even sit down and talk with you, the sales team. So really, they're kind of ready to buy before they even speak up.
Absolutely. Any study that you read on buying decision makers in the past 5 years has shown more and more of the burden of selling someone is providing them information they want because they're looking on their own. So salespeople become involved later and later in the process. You don't see a lot of door-to-door salesmen anymore ringing your doorbell and doing the whole process right there on your doorstep. You're generally well informed by the time that you're considering making a purchase. So we help companies get that information out there, get it into the right people's hands, get it to the decision makers so that they have all the information they need to make a decision to buy from you.
All right, so now the sales team is in front of them there. Obviously, it's important for sales enablement to basically, they have the information as well, so the sales team has to be on board with it as well.
Absolutely. We do a lot for sales enablement. One of the things that's important is once you get into a sales process with a person is that it's not distinct from what you've experienced so far. So you may have been to the website, you may have gotten communications or seen any advertising, and that really ought to be very closely aligned to what you're going to deal with when you meet someone from the company themselves, or all of a sudden you have an aha moment that maybe something's not going so right. So we like to enable sales with all the information about all the touch points we've made with different prospects, in addition to making sure they have all the information, all the training, all the knowledge, and all the tools they need to ultimately make that sale.
So we're talking about a great communication within the company itself, because like you say, you don't want to look at a website and then speak to the sales team and find out it doesn't even sound like the same company anymore.
And tools are a big part of it. We're very data driven. In every case that we can, we will measure what we're doing. We will track the data from internally and in prospect behavior so that all of that information is available to anybody who needs it at any point in that prospect's buying decision.
Let me ask you, obviously, putting people inside of the funnel here, the marketing end, are we talking about online or traditional marketing, or a little bit of each?
We do both. We specialize in online marketing and digital strategies for sure, but it's really important for us to be able to knit those together, again, in every case possible with data to measure what we're doing with more traditional strategies, because they're still appropriate for a lot of clients.
So you're talking about more than just opinions of what should be, you're actually looking at hard stats.
Absolutely. Marketing is no longer just an art form. It's become an art and a science.
Folks, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see their website. Quite honestly, if you're looking for a solution here in the year of 2013 to put something together, definitely Access Marketing Company since 2006 will provide that for you. And also notice on the website they've got a lot of the team there, a lot of their philosophy as well, and understand they're taking a customized approach with your company to make sure that you are utilized in aligning basically that marketing as well as sales team. Let me ask you this, for folks to get involved with you, are we talking about a marketing analysis, assessment? What takes place?
Definitely give us a call. We will sit down with you. We'll assess the needs that you have or the business problems you have and identify the ones we can solve with marketing, and we'll put together a plan for your particular company from that.
One thing I notice here about your company is the fact that there's not really one specific area that you guys are specializing in, and I think that's important because there is no magic bullet anymore where you can just be good in one area. Is that something you're finding?
Sure. I think if you go to a company that does one thing, that one thing is most likely going to be the solution that's proposed. So we do try to keep a very broad tactical expertise in-house so that, again, we can match solutions to specific problems and not match one particular tactic to a set of things that may not be appropriate for. So yes, I think the broad scope of what we do is important.
Obviously, Brandon, this type of service, any business out there would benefit from, and you deal with all of them. Is there a niche market out there that really would benefit?
Absolutely. You're right. These marketing principles are applicable to almost any company, but I think technology companies have a specific benefit from working with an agency like ours because we have a depth of expertise in technology. I have a technology background before marketing. My staff is very educated. So from a domain knowledge perspective or an ability to understand technical companies and products, I think we have definitely an advantage to offer there over other agencies.
Once again, folks, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. That is Access Marketing Company, located here in Englewood, Colorado. You can see their contact information on the bottom of the screen as well. And keep in mind, that's a full-service marketing agency providing the solutions for you 2013 and into the future. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.